Hello, everybody. Hopefully, you guys are having a great Saturday, right? So, it's a SatChat, Saturday chat. So, hopefully, you guys are having a good day, good evening, and good weekend. And just want to say hi, see how you guys' day went, and talk for a little bit before I call it a good night. Lisa Murillo, the first one on here. Hello, how are you? BB Persian, hello. Oyuki de la Luz, hello. Low and Slow is in California in Santa Ana. Robin Miller, hello. Andy Lamelli, hello. Solo Perez, Adventures with Sammy, hello. Yolanda Perez, Julia Armendariz, Trinity Claire, hello. Cool name. Lisa Murillo is good. I'm good. Thank you. Living Electro, hello. Good evening. Julie Martinez, my first moderator. Super fan. Thank you, Julie, for checking in. Thompson777. Hello. Platinum Bond Babe. Hello. Thank you. Appreciate you. Christian Montes Sana. Hello. Tara Martinez in Texas. Hello. Fallen, or I'm sorry, Fallon Harding, I think. Hello. Carlotta. Hello. Appreciate you checking in from California. Daniel from Texas. Armando, it's hot. I just got home. I was out in the street all day today, and it's really hot today, or in the house. I haven't turned on the air conditioning yet, so I'm kind of waiting to see if I can wait, how long I can wait before I turn on the air conditioning. So it's the middle of April and haven't turned on the air conditioning. That's really weird, right? So that's odd. Usually by March the air conditioning is on, but I haven't turned it on all year. So it's interesting what's happening. Um, what's it called? Global warming, right? Uh, Linda Oregel, hello. Alyssa Ornelas is in Denver, Colorado, home of the Broncos. John Elway, Joker, hello. Life of Mari. No updates on Jessica or the baby or Melissa. Wait, yeah, Melissa, Marissa, Michelle, Isabella, the baby, or Jessica. No updates, unfortunately. Nobody's contacted me, but hopefully everybody's good. Belia, hello. Aris Mendes, hello. How's Amber doing? Amber, she was messaging everybody today on her video. She's still in the treatment center, recovery center, so she's still good. Um, and just continue to pray for her and have good, send her good vibes so that she can stay strong and finish treatment completely. Dora McEntee, hello. Florida Roadways, hello. In Miami, Excalibur Rings, hello. Excalibur Rings, David, thanks for checking in. Appreciate you. Um, if you haven't subscribed to Excalibur Rings on YouTube, please do so. He's a good friend. He was at the meet and greet, and he's makes awesome rings. So go check it out. Excalibur Rings on YouTube. Let me know if you guys sign to subscribe to this channel. I'll give you a shout out. The Life of Mari. How's Carla? I don't know how she's doing today, but I just interviewed her like, I don't know how many days ago. How long was it? Last weekend? Um, I interviewed them 3 days ago, I believe. So 3 days ago, they're doing, the same. Marlene Arellano, hello. Uh, Thanks for checking in from California. Appreciate you. Danielle Williams, hello. Tren Baloney Tony, doing good. Thank you. Jamie Chavez likes honey buns. Amber is here. Amber's checking in. She says she's okay. She's just tired. Thanks for checking in, Amber. Rest. Take a rest. Juliana Sanchez. Hope everyone is staying cool. Yeah, it's getting warm, right? Um, Tom132 is in San Fernando Valley. Awesome. Thompson777. Unfortunately, I found out Blake is deceased, a very young person with very short amount of time. Absolutely. That's addiction. It takes people's lives, unfortunately. Young, old, in the middle, but yeah, it's sad. It's extra sad when they're young. Christina Finch is in the Old Pueblo, Tucson, 2 hours south of me. Joseph Garcia, hello. Amber is eating Oreos. Awesome. When you guys eat Oreos, do you dip them or do you bite into them and then drink milk? I'm a dipper, right? And I'm always careful not to get my fingers in the milk because that kind of grosses me out, right? I wash my hands, but I try not to get. Or another thing is I don't like when you leave the cookie in the milk and then it breaks and it kind of ruins it for me, right? It ruins the experience. So I'm a dipper. Life of Mari is I hope the best for Carla. Absolutely. I hope the best for her too. Daniel Ocampo, Bakersfield, California is in the building. Awesome. Amber is a dipper. Amber is dipping Oreos in her rehab right now. So continue to dip, Amber. Thompson 777 is in Toronto, Canada. Awesome. You're a maple leaf or a raptor. Daniel is a dipper. Solo Perez is a dipper. Julie Martinez uses a fork when you dip them. Awesome. Sana also uses a fork. I'm the only one that doesn't use a fork, apparently. Tremboloni Tony uses a spoon. Any updates on Migs? I haven't seen them since I uploaded their video 3 days ago. Charlie Brown eats the middle of the Oreo and then eats the cookie part. Awesome. LB opens, scrapes out the white part, and discard it. Then I eat the cookie parts. Wow. That's like advanced, right? You like open it up, make sure not to break it, then you eat the white stuff, and then you eat the wow, that's interesting. I think it's too time consuming for me. It's too much work. Little Jacob, do you ever get disheartened by the extent of the narcotics crisis? Extremely disheartening. I can't take it personal though because I'd go crazy, I'd go nuts. So it is what it is. It's factual, right? The narcotics, the opioid epidemic, the narcotics epidemic, the drug epidemic. It's just out of control, basically, right? And it's very disheartening to see young people every single day running into 14-year-olds, 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds, 18-year-olds, right? It's really, yeah, it's mind numbing, but I have to balance it and not take it personal. Mary Swazo, proper cookie etiquette, not to get your fingers in the milk. Alyssa Ornelas is a dipper. Awesome. Perla S is in the city of Roses, Pasadena, California. Thompson is twisting the Oreo cookies. Cool. Juliana Sanchez is eating enchiladas estilo La Huerta, always eating when you happen to go live. I don't know what it is. Either I go live a lot or Juliana eats a lot. Either way, invite us, Juliana. Save some enchiladas for us. Mary Swazo is a dipper. Is it Cami or Carney Ramon dips with the fork? Laura Lala's Life 1982. Hello. Thompson is a Blue Jays fanatic. Blue Jays. Who was it? Blue Jays. Toronto Blue Jays. Was it Joe Clark? Joe Clark from the Blue Jays. Um, he was your outfielder, your home run hitter back in the '80s. Joe Clark. Man, I can't remember. I think you guys won the World Series back then, right? Polly Pocket, hello. Jacob, thank you very much for your donation. He says he opens the Oreo in half and pours 5 drops of milk on the cream part, put it back together, then eat it. I've never heard that ever in my life, Jacob. So you open up the Oreo cookie, you pour 5 drops of milk, not 4, not 6, but 5 drops of milk on the cream part, right? So I don't know if you do that with a little the little drop thing. But that's interesting. And then you put it back together and then you eat it. That's so cool. I've never heard of that. And no update on Lulu Tom 132. Just no update. Julie Martinez. Yeah, Jacob is advanced. He's taking it to a different level. Alyssa Ornelas. Yeah, don't put your fingers in in your milk or my milk or anybody's milk. Absolutely. LB says, "No, I don't eat the white part. I throw the white part of the Oreo out. It tastes gross to me." Oh wow, I've never heard that one before. So some people don't like the. Interesting. Denali is in Kansas City checking in. Amber says, "I just wanted to put my email out there. I love all of you." Awesome. If you want to do that, Amber, go ahead and do that. I don't know if the sometimes the chat blocks stuff like that, so you can always send it to me and then I can share if you're not able to put it here in the chat. Okay. So YouTube might block emails on here, I think, but feel free to share if you want. Linda Orhel, I love your Adidas shirt. I'm an Adidas fan. I'm not a big Nike fan to get, I just don't, I'm not a big Nike guy, but I'm more of an Adidas guy. Daniel, Danielle says, Danielle Williams says, "I don't drink milk, so cookie only." Awesome. I have to have milk with cookies. If not, I can't eat a cookie without milk. Isn't that weird? Daniel Ocampo, your channel reminds me how blessed I am to be in the house and staying out of trouble. Daniel Ocampo, absolutely. Me too. When I was younger, I had to go out on Fridays nights. I had to go out on Saturday. I had to go out on Sunday nights, right? And I'm thankfully I've matured and that stuff no longer interests me, right? Because there's really nothing out there. Just you're looking for trouble, you're asking for trouble, wrong place, wrong time. You want to party, you want to have fun, but some knucklehead has other intentions. You're gonna ruin your life or whatever. So there's really not a lot of good stuff out there. So you gotta be careful. Gotta plug in my laptop. Little Jacob, how do you manage to remain emotionally detached from the individuals who you interview? I just think that's my personality. I'm able to compartmentalize, what I see out the street, who I talk to, and balance it with my life and my thoughts and my emotions and my feelings. I do a pretty good job of that, right? So most military guys are really good at that. Staying sane, staying you know normal, not allowing trauma to affect you. We're not military people aren't Superman or we're not indestructible, but we're I think we're a little bit tougher than most. I think so. Carney Ramon, it's Carney. Awesome. You know what? I can't really. I can't see. I can't really tell because the R and the N. So is that a Cami or a Carney or it's Carney. Awesome, Carney Ramon. Thank you for clarifying. I appreciate you. Trinity Claire, I'm from Australia and never knew even what the blues were. Your channel has opened my eyes and it breaks my heart to see so many people addicted. It's a cruel world. Trinity Claire, thank you for logging in all the way from Australia on the other side of the world. Absolutely. I think this, again, the channel is prevention through awareness, right? Let's be aware of what's going on out there so that we can inform the younger generation, our family, our children, our friends, our coworkers. Hey, this is what's going on. Even in Australia, if we don't have counterfeit fentanyl pills or blues or whatever, there might be something else uh, that could affect young people. Claudia A, hello. Diamond G, LA in the house. I choose Chips Ahoy over Oreos anytime. You know what? You bring up a good point. I'm more of a Chips Ahoy over Oreos person. right? That's true. I prefer Chips Ahoy over Oreos. Chips Ahoy are like softer; they just taste better, in my opinion. But I won't say no to Oreos. Mama Bear, have a good night. Thank you for checking in. Appreciate you. Polly Pocket Oreos aren't my favorite. I like any other cookie though. Awesome. Save me some Polly Pocket. Brian Perez, how's Carla and Migs? Haven't seen them today. The last time I uploaded the video was like 3 days ago, so that was the last update. Tara Martinez is saying, is she's a dipper too. Awesome, Tara. Don't get your fingers dirty. Mr. Art, shout out from San Antonio, Texas. Hey, that's my name. I'm a Mr. Art too. Thanks for checking in from San Antonio, Texas. I appreciate you. There's 104 people in here. Statistically, 50 of you guys aren't subscribed. So do me a big favor. If you came in, if you're in here, that means there's something about the channel you like, or you like my shirt, or you like my hat, or you like cookies, right? So make sure you subscribe to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. Fernanda Lewis is watching from from Southern Arizona, the Tohono O'odham Nation. Fernanda Lewis, thank you for checking in. Stay safe down there, right? It's a disaster down there with everything that's going on at the border. So stay safe. I appreciate you checking in from uh, the great nation of Tohono O'odham. Cool people, very laid back. Thompson 777. It was Joe Carter. Yes, that's who I was talking about. Joe Carter. He's a definite legend. I used to watch those base. I used to watch. That's when I used to watch baseball back then. So yeah, I remember hitting home runs like crazy. Kayla Brown is in Avondale. Kayla Brown, she says she just recently moved from North Phoenix, where there is a lot more homeless in that area. Yeah, like what Bell Road, right? I-17 and Cactus and Northern and Bell Road and Thunderbird. It's a mess. It'll be in Avondale soon. Danielle Williams says milk is for cereal only. Awesome. Linda, same here. I had my Adidas tennis shoes on today. I had my Adidas shirt. I have a bunch of them, but and my white Adidas shoes, which got stepped on today, so that sucks. Playboy official, you're a real dude, Art. Straight up, God bless you. Yeah, definitely. I'm a real dude. I'm a real man. Thank you. I appreciate you. God bless you as well. Thank you very much. Lady, I'm a couple minutes late. 18 minutes late only, lady. Hi, Art and Family. How's everyone doing? Great, lady. Thank you very much. Hopefully, you're doing good as well. Denasia Ayala. I think that's how you say it, right? Denasia. Sometimes you guys' names, I try, I've never seen them before. It's a unique name, Denasia Ayala or Danahia. Let me know how you pronounce that. Hello from Connecticut. I wish we had something like this here in Connecticut to bring more awareness to addiction here. It's really bad. So, yeah, addiction's bad all over the United States, right? This COVID thing, and we're not really dealing with the issues. We're fighting about a million other things, and we're really overlooking this. So this is the real epidemic right here. This is what costing people's lives every single day, but we're distracted by other crap. Ada Vallejo, thank you for the hard work you do. God bless you from Los Angeles, California. Ada, thank you for checking in from so many names. Some of you guys are very new to me. I've never seen your guys' names, but so first I want to say thank you very much for coming in on a Saturday, right? Um, commenting, right? Because I'm seeing your names for the first time, spending a little bit of your evening with me. So make sure you subscribe. Let me know if you subscribe, and I'll give you a shout out. I appreciate you guys. Thompson 777 says, I truly enjoy small interactive group settings. Me too. I lost the chat. Jessica, that's the most unique Jessica spelling I've ever seen. Jessica, Jysika. Very cool. Good evening from Modesto, California. Thank you for checking in all the way from, is that Central California? I think. I'm not sure, but thank you for checking in, Jessica. I appreciate you. Make sure you subscribe. Yolanda Perez is a dipper. Don't get your fingers in there, Yolanda, okay? Because you'll be reprimanded. Uh, Daniel Ocampo, how about deep fried Oreos? I only see those like when we have the fair, the Maricopa County Fair or the state fair here in Phoenix. We have it once a year in October, and that's when I see that. But then I think that's a lot of sugar, and I'm not a big sugar guy, so I kind of stay away. I've never tried any deep fried stuff. Trinity Claire says in Australia, mainly meth is a problem. So yeah, drugs are destructive, right? Whether they're blues, counterfeit fentanyl pills, G, which is glass or meth or methamphetamine, or H, heroin, or there's a million of trank. I guess in Philadelphia, trank is xylazine, horse tranquilizer that they're injecting. They're mixing it with fentanyl because fentanyl makes the xylazine last longer. So they're injecting it and they're losing their limbs. It's nuts. Tara Martinez is going to make homemade chocolate chip cookies. All right, Tara, I got you. Julia Armendariz, Chips Ahoy and Oreo Thins are the best ones. Awesome. Gio Alvarez, hey, how's it going? It's Giovanni. Giovanni, how are you? Have you been? Where have you been? I haven't seen you. Are you doing good? Where are you? Is everything good with you? LB is going to go get some cookies. Junior, I've interviewed several juniors. Have to be a little more specific. One real one always. Hello, blessings to you. Monica Salazar, cool shirt. Where did you get it? Hello from Dallas. Monica Salazar, thank you for checking in from Dealey Plaza in Dallas, Texas. You're awesome. I got the shirt. I got the shirt a long time ago. I've had it. I've been collecting that Adidas stuff for a long time. So just like I've been collecting a lot of Ralph Lauren stuff for a long time. Amber, Nutter Butters, Oreos, and Chips Ahoy. I love Nutter Butters, right? The little peanut stuff. So love it. Brandon Tobias is checking in from Round Lake, Illinois. I'll be in the Midwest next week. I'm flying to Wisconsin on Monday. I have to pack tomorrow. I have to get a haircut tomorrow. I have to pack tomorrow. I have to do my taxes tomorrow. I got a busy day. My goodness. I feel sorry for myself. Tarvies Mayweather, peace to you, brother. I appreciate you. Edgar Udando, I don't have any hats right now, but if I get some more in the future, I'll let you know. Appreciate you, Edgar. Willie G is in Ramona. Wait, shout out from Ramona. So I guess is Ramona a town or is this Ramona talking? I don't know, but I've never heard of a Ramona, California. But Willie G, thank you for logging in. I appreciate you. Cindy Garcia, you made it. Thank you for logging in. You are awesome. Real one, you look fly art with your hat and shirt. Thank you. I was out and about today. Um, I went bowling today. I haven't bowled in years, but I went bowling. I suck at bowling. Jewel Johnson, do you have a PO box or some place to ever drop off donations? I do have a UPS box. PO box is postal office, but I have a UPS box. The address is in the about tab here on the YouTube channel. A little about tab. Go there and you'll see the the address. Okay, so I think it's 2632 South 83rd Avenue, Suite 100-240, Phoenix, Arizona, 85632, I think. But go double check on the tab. I apologize, I don't have that memorized. Daniel from Texas, Jules CR. Yep, 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 yep. Robert Tovar, hello. Thank you for checking in. Denasia Ayala, I said it perfectly. I'm pretty good at pronouncing things, right? Um, I've always had pretty good vocabulary, I think. Mary Lou Madrid, I don't know what's going on with YouTube and notifications, but never mind. Hello, Mary Lou Madrid. Hello. Um, it's a YouTube thing. So it's very sporadic. Half of my subscribers will get notifications, and then half of you won't. And then next time it's the other way around. And sometimes you get it regularly, other times you don't. It's really a YouTube glitch. So my apologies for that. Cindy Garcia, any updates on Carlita? You interviewed her about a year ago. I saw her, I'll say about 6 months ago, walk into the store, and I said, "Hey, have you ever heard of Lost in Phoenix?" She said, "Yeah, you interviewed me." She was wearing a hat, and I go, "What's your name?" And she said, "Carlita," right? So she looked thinner, and she was wearing a hat, so I didn't really recognize her. I'm like, "Oh my god, how you been?" Right? So that's the last time I saw her. She didn't want to do an interview that time. She was in a rush. She was in a hurry, but hopefully she's doing better. I'm not sure, but it's really sad. That happens a lot. You guys wouldn't believe how many times that happens. Denasia, I've been following you for a couple years. This was the first time I ever was able to catch you live. Thank you for all you do. Denasia, thank you for your time. I appreciate you, Denasia. You are awesome. Thank you for following me for a couple years now. I hope you're subscribed and you are awesome. Cindy Garcia just subscribed. Thank you very much, Cindy. You are awesome. It's what it is. Ruhi, addiction is bad anywhere, not just in the United States. Yeah, I firmly believe that. It just so happens that I live in the United States, or so I'm more familiar with statistics here in the United States. I live in Arizona, Phoenix, and so I'm just more familiar with what's going on in the United States, in America, in Arizona, and Phoenix, because it's my local community, my local, my country, and but wherever there's humans, there's going to be dependency. There's going to be an addiction to something, right? Because that's a human condition. It's not an American condition. It's a human condition. Wherever humans exist, there's going to be that dependency, that need for elevating themselves, or um, you know, it, it's sad. Thank you for pointing that out. Chipmaster 56. Good evening from Minneapolis, Minnesota, the Twin Cities. Chris Gray had an awesome outreach today. Got over 50 people's information. Over 15 people took showers at our mobile shower center. Had over 30 bags of clothes to give out, and 3 men came into Lifeline Outreach. Chris Gray, I can't remember the name of your organization or your church. If you want to put that on here, that'd be great. But that's awesome. That's what it's all about, right? So Chris Gray and his church, we're kind of doing the same thing. Just you have more resources, you have more support. A church, I don't have that. I'm it, right? Me and 98,000 subscribers. You're gonna try to help me to go do outreach to help people and give them resources and give them help and let them know that they matter. They're important. So that's awesome, Chris. Keep helping people. Try to do that as often as you can. You'll help in your way, I'll try to help in my way, and God bless you and your church. So that's awesome. Judy Burris, have you seen my granddaughter Yasmin? So I've interviewed a few Yasmins. Is it the Hispanic Yasmin or is it the native Yasmin? Either way, I haven't seen either of those young ladies. Okay, so hopefully your granddaughter is doing okay. But it's this is why this channel is important because I get reached at I get people reaching out to me on a regular basis. That's family, right? You interviewed my sister, my brother, my daughter, my son, my nephew, my niece, my this. I haven't seen them in 5 years because I live in another state or they moved. We're from California, but they moved to Phoenix to be closer to the drugs. You interviewed them 6 months ago? Have you seen them recently? I get that all the time. So when people say, "Why do you do this for? Why do you expose people for? Why do you show their mugshots? Why do you?" Because families literally thank me. They say, "Thank you." Because this is the only way I know that my daughter is still alive because I live in Michigan. I haven't seen my daughter in 5 years, but I watch your channel every day in case you see my daughter again. So this channel is like a lifeline to some people, even though there's a bunch of haters that just don't get it. They don't see it, right? They don't see the forest for the trees. So I'll pray for those dummies too. Teresa Lowe. I think it says Lowe. Thank you for checking in, Teresa. You're awesome. Judy Burris, please let her know Grandpa Dan passed away. Judy, my condolences for the loss of Grandpa Dan. If I do see Yasmin again, I'll let Yasmin know about Grandpa Dan. So again, my condolences. I appreciate you checking in and letting basically you're sending a message to me so I can send the message to your granddaughter Yasmin. So um, sad. Natalie Perez, hello. Amber says, so I will say this, I get a lot of good vibes and support from this group, but some things people post make me go, just rude, don't kill my vibe. Amber, so yeah, it's unfortunately, there are going to be people that are going to say things, they're going to believe things, they're going to post things that aren't in line with your beliefs, my beliefs. Everybody, you can't get everybody on the same picture, agreeing on everything, right? You just can't. It's impossible. Just look at our own families, right? Just look at your family, my family, and there's 125 people in here. Just look at your own families individually, right? So do you agree with everybody in your family, right? Do you agree with everything your mom says, your parents say, your siblings say, your children say? Do you agree with them? No. You love them though, right? Your unconditional love, and you'll love them forever, and you just disagree with them, right? So that's the same thing with this family, Lost in Phoenix family, right? Some people are gonna post some dumb stuff, and I catch most of it, and I delete most of it. Like I block people on a daily basis. I block because it's just over the top, right? They'll have guys on here. Hey, can I have your number for girls, right? Somebody posts something. Hey, can I, and just say rude and just dumb things, right? So I'll block them. But that's part of it. Part of being, on a social media site, you're gonna have stuff like that. We just have to learn how to deal with it. Tara Martinez, my friend, is in Egypt, is battling addiction. It's a huge problem there. Yeah. Yes, I've heard of that. Where addiction is bad in different countries. So, just different countries have different ways of dealing with that addiction. Mexico, for example, they force you to go into treatment. They don't ask you. Do you want to go to treatment? Over there, they basically they like kidnap you, throw you in a van, and they drive you, and they're going to hold you hostage in a treatment center for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, a year until you're sober, and you can't keep doing that. So yeah, I know other countries are very strict like that too. So it's you're putting your life on the line when you battle addiction in different countries, right? Because it's not we're here, we're the most liberal. We are the most one of the most liberal countries in the entire world that just very permissive. We allow people to do basically whatever they want, and and not a lot of consequences. Unfortunately, that's why it's an epidemic. It's always been an epidemic because we're a very free society. So yeah, it's tough. Brenda, hello, Brenda. Thanks for checking in. She was watching UFC. I wasn't watching UFC. I was out and about. Frankie G, you should have a hat made with the Arizona flag with the 602. Love my state. Awesome. Oh, jeez. I lost the chat. Carlotta is a Coach purse collector from 1989. Wow, that's awesome. Willie G says Ramona, California is a town in San Diego County. Awesome. William Larson, hello, happy Saturday. Today's Saturday, right? Am I tripping out? Yeah, Saturday, April 15th. William Larson, you're thanks for checking in. If it's Friday, wherever you're at, it's Saturday here in Phoenix. So thank you, brother, for clocking in. Joy Chapman, thank you for uh, tuning in. Joy, you're awesome. Samantha Kokoris. Ooh, I think I pronounced that right. Kakouris. Kokoris. I think that's a Greek name. Am I right? Am I right on those two things? Let me know, Samantha. I'm curious. Samantha is the gutter ball queen. My children and hubby could be on a team though. That's awesome. Yeah, I threw no strikes today, but I won. So I'm a winner today. Tony 1208, my husband's sister is 17 and is living in a tent in downtown San Diego. Tony, man, I'll pray for your husband's, your basically your sister-in-law. 17 living in a tent. Basically, that's San Diego's version of Carla, right? And you know what? There's a lot more Carlas out there in Phoenix. There's a lot more of your sister-in-laws out there in San Diego and LA and every city. There's young people. I don't know what's going on. Uh, I have an idea, but it takes a long time to get into it. So prayers for your sister-in-law, Tony. I hope everything gets better for her and she decides to get well. But as we all know, it's just hard. It's tough, right? So Denasia mixing H and Fent has blown up since last year here. Many are ODing. My state is at a record high for ODs. Many started with H, went to Fent, didn't realize how much more stronger it is. So many ODs. That's the trend, right? That's the trend in every state when fentanyl shows up, the ODs just skyrocket, right? So I don't know. Joseph Garcia, hello, just checking in. Yeah, I gotta do income taxes tomorrow. It's gonna suck. Gotta sit there for like 2.5 hours, and they gotta tell me like I'm waiting for them, and then I have to pay them to tell me how much I gotta pay the government. That sucks. Not fun. Tony 1208, she's been in the streets since she was 12 years old, and she smokes meth and blues, and she's doing so bad. She's already talking to herself. 17 years old, been out in the streets since she was 12. Man, what is happening, right? What's going on? 12 to 17, already talking to herself. Her mind is leaving her. Man, prayers for your sister-in-law, Tony. Thanks for sharing. Michael Bays, I'm doing good. Thank you for checking in. Barbara Kramer, my first ever live. Hello from De Pere, Wisconsin. I'll be in Wisconsin on Monday. I'll be there all week. So thanks for checking in, Barbara. Joy Chapman, YouTube didn't send me any notifications until way late. I was gone and out conducting business today. Joy, yeah, a lot. It was just I was saying that earlier that a lot of people don't get notifications. Unfortunately, just sucks. YouTube is very inconsistent like that. Unfortunately. Jose Reyes, the Del Mar Fair is coming soon. Awesome. Perfect weather, right, for you guys? Tony is packing tomorrow. That's not fun. I hate packing. I hate moving. The process of moving sucks. William Larson just realized that it's not Friday anymore. I get there's some days are like that for me too, William. So don't worry, don't fret. Itsy Bitsy Spider is in South Central PA. Awesome. Thanks for checking in. Marie Benavides, hello. Shirley, hello, Shirley. Adan L, longtime viewer, but first time popping up on the live too, checking in from Dubai. Appreciate everything you do, man. Thank you, Adan. Are you in the military in Dubai, or are you a contractor working in Dubai? So thanks for checking in, Adam. Adan, appreciate you. Crystal Berkshire, buenas noches. Crystal, how are you? Jose Reyes, is that an Argentina soccer shirt? Maradona? No, it's not specifically. I just like the color and it happens to be Adidas, but it does have that old style, right? Those stripes. So I thought it was cool when I bought it a long time ago. Cat Perez, you hold it together so will so well every time you interview anyone on the streets, and you're always so respectful. I love your channel. Cat Perez, thank you very much. I appreciate your kind words. Thank you for checking in. I appreciate you kindly. You're awesome. Teresa Lowe, any word on Aztec? I haven't seen him recently since about what 2 weeks ago when I saw him out there on the street. So yeah, I haven't seen him. Angel Life, can you try and find Martin again? Old friend, I grew up on 32nd and Van Buren. I'm doing good and trying to help him. Uh, I just go out in the street, and if I see people, I interact with people. And hey, do you want to talk again? So yeah, I'll keep an eye out for Martin again. Absolutely. Mary Lou Madrid, all right, I seen a video on your first year of Lost in Phoenix, and your mom is a very beautiful lady, looking young too. Thank you, Mary Lou Madrid. I'll let her know that Mary Lou Madrid said that she's looking beautiful. But yeah, I think I have a beautiful mom. Thank you, Tony. Hey, Art, do you ever see people who have babies or pregnant women who are sober? I have baby clothes. I want to donate. I don't see a lot of pregnant. Um, I mean, I do. I've seen pregnant women, right, like Jessica and Vanessa 2 years ago. But usually the 9 out of 10 times the state takes the baby. But if anything, if I see anything, Tony, I'll let you know. Okay, I appreciate you. Mexican Korea, hello. Um, Tarvis Mayweather, go Argentina, 2022 World Cup champions. Yeah, Argentina's always winning, right? Cherie Tallow, thank you for checking in. A Mexican in Korea, my mom is super toxic. My mom is the biggest bully. My mom tells me I should cheat on my wife. Man, don't cheat on your wife. And prayers for your mom. Michelle Valentin, what do you think about all the new channels popping up that are going and doing interviews without any experience or protection? Michelle, I don't have any thought on them. They're free to do whatever they want to do. Prayers for them. May they stay safe. And I don't mind. I don't. I mean, who am I to mind, right? But I think if 1,000 channels pop up, maybe we'll get more awareness out there, right? As long as they're doing it for the right intentions, right? We're trying to really educate people and making an educational channel instead of trying to make it like an entertainment channel where people are laughing at these folks or humiliating these folks or stuff, stuff like that, right? So this channel is definitely education, awareness, and finding people, helping people, saving people, right? That's what this channel is for. I doubt that all channels are like that. So you guys, the viewers, have to decide which channel is more legit, which one, every time you watch a channel, right, you watch a video, you're supporting that channel, right? So if you see a channel that's being outrageous or laughing or mocking or not doing things right, you should really not watch that channel, right? Because when you watch, you're supporting your so I don't have a lot of thoughts on that though. Oh, jeez. The Wellness Bee, my friend, thank you. Misery loves company. This is why setting boundaries is imperative for healthy relationships. Yes, I agree. Setting boundaries is imperative for healthy relationships. Thank you, Wellness Bee, for your kind donation. You are awesome. I appreciate you. Hopefully, you and your family are doing great. Um, but yeah, that's great advice. Misery loves company. Setting boundaries. I'm gonna write that one down, okay? Because that's important. I got to know that too. um, Colombian Princess, hello. Life with Nat, hello, Nat. Biochemist, hello. Bo, the biochemist. Deborah Eckhart, hello. Ali 1823, you're never too late. You didn't miss a whole lot. I've been ranting and raving. Denasia Ayala, thank you very much for your first super chat. You're awesome. I appreciate you. You're very, very cool. The Wellness Bee says finally caught the live, same as others, didn't get the notification, but here we are. Yay. I think the Wellness Bee is bored. That's what I'm thinking. I know the Wellness Bee too well. I've known her for a long time. She's a real good friend. She's awesome. Sprite Girl, hello from Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. Happy Saturday to you too, Sprite Girl. Stay warm up there in British Columbia, Canada. Victoria, I bet you it's beautiful up there, right? I think I've seen pictures of Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. I think BC is on the western half, right? It's on the Pacific Ocean side, I believe, right? Directly north of um, Washington, I believe. Leslie, hello. Migs Daily, hello, Migs Daily. Melissa, Melissa Perez, hello. Happy Saturday too. You're not late. A little bit, 47 minutes. Denali Rita says, my best friend's stepson OD for the third time the other day. Found him laying in the middle of a very, very busy street. So hopefully, your best friend's stepson decides to change his life and because there might not be a fourth time, right? Since I watch your channel so much now, a lot of different homeless interview channels pop up on my recommended feed. Yeah, I think that's normal. I think that's the algorithm. So yeah. Samuel Vera is in Los Angeles. Thank you for clocking in, Samuel. Most likely LA, right? But sometimes it's Louisiana. LA is uh, is the abbreviation for the state of Louisiana. But most likely you're in Los Angeles, right? Colombian Princess, hey Art, you don't pin your updates anymore. Such as which update? Teresa Lowe, you're welcome. No update on Caitlin. Haven't seen her. Where's Gabriel? Gabriel. I have no idea which Gabriel. I've interviewed several Gabriels, I think. Gabriel. When you guys throw names, like give me like the name of the title or like when they were interviewed. So I have like four Gabriels here that I've interviewed in the past 2 years. So um, I don't have an update on. Was it Gabriel from yesterday? Dirt Star Master, do you mess with 90s R&B? Aaliyah, no. Monica, no. Brandy, no. Mona Lisa, no. I would say, um, oh my goodness, Jodeci, Keith Sweat, that type of stuff. The girls, I kind of not really. I didn't really like. I didn't like their songs or their songs. I was more into, again, Jodeci was amazing. The Keith Sweat was amazing. That those groups. Gora is staying busy, so I'll let Gora stay busy smoking blues. Jamie, thank you, appreciate you. Quota Sadie, what's a blue? Blue is a counterfeit fentanyl pills that are manufactured in Mexico. Mainly, they are manufactured here in the United States, but mainly they're manufactured in Mexico by the Mexican drug cartels with chemicals that they purchase from China. They make these counterfeit fentanyl pills. They made to look like Percocets or oxycodone, but here in Phoenix, mainly they're made to look like blue Percocets M30s, and so they're smuggled into the United States through the southern border daily, day and night by the ton every single day. That's why these pills cost 50 cents, $1, $2 here in Phoenix, right? That's There's so many pills that the price is super low. Like a Snickers is more expensive than one of these pills. So maybe that's why there's 15-year-olds out in the streets, right? I've seen a 13-year-old out in the street literally smoking these pills. Why? Because they're everywhere and they're so cheap. So, but we can't talk about the southern border because that's racist. Bo the chemist, hope all is well. Art, I'm sorry I've been missing so many lives and haven't been able to keep up with the videos lately. I'm in my very last semester at the university. I've been focused on grades. Bo, the biochemist, go focus on school. When you pass, when you get your degree, come on over here, celebrate. Let us know so we can celebrate with you and applaud your efforts. Okay, so don't have to apologize. I totally understand. Uh, you're awesome, Bo. Thank you for thinking of us, though. Gio Alvarez, hope all is well, Art. I'd like to invite you to one of the meetings. I'll help my sponsor with. I'd love to be able to catch up with you. Absolutely, Gio. Just let me know. My email is lostinphoenixyt@gmail.com. That's my email. If you don't have my phone number, you're always welcome to text me or call me. But if you email me, I'll send you my number. Okay, Gio. So that's great. That means you're in recovery, you're in a treatment center, you're somewhere. You're not on the streets because I haven't seen you on the streets. I've been asking about you and nobody's seen you. So if you have a sponsor, that means you're going through sobriety. So I'm proud of you, Gio. I think you're an amazing young man. Your boys, your sons deserve to have their father in their lives. And again, I've known you for over a year, about a year and a half, and this is part of your journey, right? This is part of your journey to get well and get sober and do it for your family, your mom, your sister, your boys. So please keep me updated, Gio, and we're proud of you. We're thinking about you, and stay safe. Okay, we'll talk soon. Nothing new about Aztec. Watching the Watchers. Ali 1823 says, I have less than 10 YouTubers I support because I can tell off of their vibe. Lost in Phoenix is definitely one I support. Well, thank you, Ali 1823. I appreciate your support. My intentions are good. And most people can tell. So thank you. I appreciate your support. You're awesome. Angel life. I was a bad kid who grew up in the system because and became homeless at the age of 14. Was on 32nd and Van Buren on Blues. See tons of people I knew on here. Sadly, ended up in Durango jail, but now I'm working so that I can help my city. Angel life. Congratulations on turning it around. There's always hope and redemption for the things we've all done in the past. Right? It's not about what we did back then, but what are we gonna do today going forward for the future, right? So angel life, pay it forward, right? Help other young people, and let's prevent them from going out to the streets and learning the hard way, right? So that's awesome. I've recently stopped watching another similar channel whom I saw talking trash and about this channel. Yeah, so you're gonna get that. There's just trashy people in this world, right? So um, you have to rely on your instincts, right? Your gut instinct. What does it tell you, right? Who you're going to support and who you're not going to support. So you guys have to make that decision. So good decision, Denali. You're awesome. Sprite Girl, British Columbia, Victoria, British Columbia, Canada is on the west coast, and yeah, definitely beautiful. One day I'll go to Vancouver. I'm sorry, Canada. I don't know if it's gonna be Vancouver, but one day I'll go to Canada. I really want to see Auroras Borealis. Jennifer Romo Perez, hello from California. Ah, jeez. Shorty, groovy Saturday and good evening, Lost in Phoenix familia. Thanks for stopping in, Shorty. I appreciate you. Chosen One Oregon, I want you to know that you are one of the people who give me the courage to upload videos on my channel. Chosen One Oregon, awesome. Well, thank you. I appreciate you coming in, logging in, and you uploading videos. I'm not sure what your content is, but if you find inspiration in this channel, continue to do what makes you happy, and thank you for clocking in. Millen, hello from Connecticut. I always forget the cities in Connecticut. Connecticut. Is there like a Milford, Connecticut? Um, Braden, Connecticut? And when I see the name on here, I'm gonna kick myself because I'm pretty good at geography. Brenda, good fights. That's awesome. I saw Gabriel's interview. So sad for Cindy Garcia. Yeah, Gabriel, the guy from yesterday, he is so intelligent and so respectful when he talks to me, right? Again, off camera, during the interview, and like after the interview. So nice, respectful. Um, the real Gabriel is in there, but his mind is a little, I don't know if it's drug induced paranoia, drug induced schizophrenia. What came first, the chicken or the egg? With a person like Gabriel, is what came first, addiction and then mental health, or was it mental illness that caused addiction? I don't know unless I have unless I speak to like their family, right? But he's a really good guy. I hope that he gets treatment soon. That's part of our inefficiencies in our society, right? Again, America, greatest country that's ever existed in the history of the world, in my humble opinion. I respect your opinion, but uh, but that's one of our shortcomings is that here are these people, half the people I've interviewed have mental health issues, but we don't go out of our way to help them, right? To help with their mental illness. We just give people the freedom to live however they want to live. But I think mentally ill people like Gabriel, he's trapped, right? He doesn't know how to fend for himself. He doesn't know how to provide for himself. He doesn't know how to feed himself because he's mentally ill. So why do we still give a person like that freedom to ruin their lives or put their lives in danger or put others in danger? I think we should I don't want to call it arrest them, but I think we should treat them. So that's just my opinion. Bring back the institutions, the mental health institutions, right? They're really gonna help them and treat them. So I don't know. Renee, hello Art. Did Nick get on the bus to get help? He did not. The pinned update on the top of the chat, like the update on Jessica, Baby Isabella, Face Migs, etc. So like what channel, what video was the pinned comment not there? Sharit, hello. Lulu's an interview I always hope for an update on. I just have such a hard time fathoming how she's gonna walk around in that condition. She walks around very gingerly. She doesn't put her full weight on her leg. It's she uses her she uses her busted leg, which is her left leg, just to kind of give her a little bit of balance. She uses the full support of like a shopping cart, to put her weight on, and she'll kind of hobble on her left leg without putting all of her weight on there because obviously it's going to continue to bend and get bad. So, as if it's not bad enough, right? Yeah, it's that's addiction. That's not Lulu. That's addiction. That's how powerful this drug is, right? I think if it was meth, if she was only doing meth, she would have gone to the hospital a long time ago. But because this pill is 50 times more potent than heroin, it numbs her entire body, her mind, her heart, her lungs. It relaxes and it makes all pain go away, right? So she's in pain, but she's consuming these pills so that she can't feel any pain. That's addiction. That's how powerful these drugs are, right? So super sad. Stevie B, I remember Stevie B. I used to listen. Was it a summer? What was the name of the songs from Stevie B? Diamond Girl. Ooh, oh, Diamond Girl. Sade was awesome. Anita Baker, Erica Badu. What have I missed, Art? You haven't missed a whole lot. 50 Cents. No, I don't. I'm not a big rapper guy. Alyssa, hello. Millen, Jesus Christ is Lord. He is the only way. I consider myself Christian, and to me, that's an absolute true statement. But I allow people to have their own opinions, their own religions, their own beliefs. I never force my stuff on people, but I agree 100% with that statement that Jesus Christ is Lord. He is the only way for me. Uh, I think it's the only way for everybody else, but we all get to choose our path. Denasia Ayala, wow, that is so cheap. Never heard of drugs that cheap here. Blues here go for $20 each here, right? So first off, these are counterfeit fentanyl pills, right? These aren't prescription pills. Uh, about 10 years ago, a real prescription Percocet, a real one, would have cost $20, $30 per pill 10 years ago. But that's when the cartels started, that's when marijuana started becoming legal. So the cartels are losing money from marijuana. So they started making these pills about 10 years ago, and uh, and ever since then, the prices have been going down. So like 2.5 years ago when I started this channel, the lowest was $5 and the most expensive was $10, right? That's what they cost. Today, 2.5 years later, the cheapest is 50 cents. If you're really pretty, you're gonna get it for free, but 50 cents is baseline. I mean, it ranges how desperate you are, but the highest that I'm hearing is $2 to $3 maybe. But if you buy in bulk, you get it down to $1. If you're pretty, you'll get them to 50 cents. If you're pretty and you give hugs, you'll get them for 0. So yeah. Dirt Star Master, make fathers important again. Absolutely, that's one of the big drivers as to what's going on with our society. Kids don't have a father. Basically, the government has told mothers, "Hey, you don't need a man, right? You need a man to get you pregnant, but it's okay if they abandon you. It's okay because us, the government, is going to raise your children, right? So that's bad. That's really really bad. Um, I think 50% of Hispanic households today don't have like there's no father in the home like at all. There's no father in their life in children's lives at all, right? 70% of black homes don't have a father. Like a father just doesn't exist, right? So because there's no accountability, the government doesn't hold that person accountable. The government rewards the mom. Hey, the more kids you have, the more money we're going to send you, right? More housing, more this, more free, 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 and that's bad because we know that the government doesn't do a good job of doing most things, so certainly not raising kids. So that's part of the problem. Dirt Master, make fathers important again, right? So yeah, it's statistically proven. There's been studies that a child being raised in a home, the mom and dad are married, right? Being raised in a home, the likelihood doesn't guarantee it, but the likelihood that there's going to be crime or not completing high school or getting early pregnant at an early age or drugs reduces, it minimizes because now you have a mom and a dad raising you, teaching you morals and how to make good decisions and responsibilities and goals and all that, right? All that stuff that doesn't exist in a lot of these homes today. So, and they tell me that themselves. They tell me. I ask them, well, "Did you have a dad?" Nope, I didn't have a dad. So it's sad. Denasia, Waterbury, Bridgeport, Hartford. I've heard of Hartford. I've heard of Danbury. Milford. Yes, I was right about Milford. Awesome. Thank you, Denasia. Appreciate you with my geography test tonight. Brenda, well, one thing's for sure, substance abuse won't aid in mental health issues. Instead, it just makes things worse for those who are mentally ill. Unfortunately, I believe that 100%, Brenda. That's why we have to help people, and we don't. We do a horrible job of helping people with mental illness. We overlook them in our society. We definitely do. It's absolutely disgusting, and I was never really aware of it before I started doing this. And now I'm like, man, half of the people I've interviewed are suffering from mental illness. Some a lot more worse, some a lot in the middle, and some, to a small smidgen of mental illness, right? It's really not detectable, not noticeable, but a lot of mental illness that goes unchecked, unresolved, and it just gets worse. Mental ill health issues don't get better with time; they get worse if you don't treat them, if you don't deal with them, right? So that's something that I'm learning and I'm becoming more aware of. So super sad. S.L. Conley, I believe it's cruel to leave mentally ill people on the street. Absolutely. But we sent $100 billion to Ukraine last year. $100 billion to fund a war in Europe. So think about that. Last year, not 2 years ago, not 3 years ago, last year. It is what it is. I am in Germany. Same issues here. First time I catch your live due to time difference. Everyone has their opinion about their country, but being a bit humble about it wouldn't hurt the US. It is what it is. Um, you're in Germany, and I'm sure Germany is a great country, but humility, Germany for you is a great country. Our United States for me is a great country, right? We went to war in World War II, remember? And I'll just leave it at that. I was in the military, so I have a deep appreciation for the United States and how we've been involved with saving the world a few times. So appreciate your opinion, though, brother. Thank you. Stevie B, Spring Love. Spring Love was, I remember Spring Love. I was like 12, 13 years old listening to that. And like, I didn't know nothing. Well, I like girls, right? I was very interested. I think I had, so the first time I ever um, um, dated a girl was when I was 13 years old. So that's when all that stuff was coming out back then, the Spring Love and Stevie B. It's funny. Frey Perez, make fathers important again. I believe that 100%. Family values do matter more than you guys would know. Having a male figurehead, right, a father, right, um, in the household is very important, right? Even if there's a divorce or a separation, as a father, you should still be present in the lives of your children, right? Not just abandon them and go make kids over here and go make kids over here, go make kids over here. Our government allows that behavior to continue. Really, really horrible, and that's detrimental to our society. It's not my opinion. It's a fact, actually, right? It's fact. Sadly, it's a sad fact. I wish that wasn't the case. Mookie, thank you for checking in. I appreciate you. Trina Wayne McCrory, hello. The Wellesby system created, planned by design to disintegrate family values. Yeah, so my politics are very conservative. So I'm more structured and more, I hold our values of family important in religion and Second Amendment and all that stuff, right? I'm more kind of down the middle, that stuff, and so. Um, a lot of liberal policies really turned our society upside down, unfortunately. But that's just my opinion from my vantage point. Denise Reyes, Denise with the C, not an S. Hello. Adriana Real, Chicago. Thank you all for bringing awareness. Adriana, thank you for checking in from the Windy City. I appreciate you. Frey Perez, this generation is a disaster. I wouldn't call them a disaster, but because each generation has their own faults. Um, I think this generation can still redeem itself, because we're going to need this generation to turn it around, right? But they're going to need help, so it's going to have to all hands on deck, right? It's just I I I I remember reading about the greatest generation. Google the greatest generation, right? Google them, and hopefully you guys find inspiration in what they did, right? How they lived, right? How they shaped the world, this nation, the sacrifices they made, right? The greatest generation. My generation and the generations after me and this generation, nowhere can hold a candle to those people, right? So our grandparents and the elder statesmen really held it down. Not perfect, right? Because there's no perfect country, no perfect society. But what's going on in our society today is just it's really unfortunate. It's by design, right? So try not to fall for the traps. Liz, hey from Wisconsin. Thank you for all you do. Thank you, Liz. Thank you for checking in. I'll be in Wisconsin next week, starting tomorrow. I'll be there. I'll be there all week for work. Not fun, but I don't like traveling. Work is cool. I love my job. I don't like the traveling part. Is not the fun. So I better clarify that. But yeah, been to Wisconsin 100 times, and I love it. Wisconsin is awesome. Serini, hello. Thank you for checking in. Appreciate you. Frey Perez, thank you. Marty Marr says, oh man, I was about to read Marty Marr and it flipped. Marty Marr. Oh, I lost the chat. I think I lost the chat, Marty Marr. I was about to read Marty Marr's chat and then it like updated and I lost it. Christine Brown, why can't law enforcement arrest all these people? We know they are dirty and either offer jail or treatment. And I say this with respect, also not talking about the mentally ill. Uh, why can't law enforcement arrest all these people? Um, there's a lot of reasons, but I'll give you the reason that pisses me off the most. About 3 years ago, there's a bunch of idiot politicians that were running around saying defund the police. Do you guys remember that? Some of you guys voted for those idiots, right? So, Alexandria, occasionally Cortex, she was one of them. She was one of the biggest megaphones, that idiot from New York. And a lot of people on her side of the aisle, defund the police, right? Defund the police, defund the police. And a lot of cities did, a lot of states did, right? Persecuting the police because all police officers are horrible, right? Which is just a stupid notion when you say that about an entire group, whether it's a race or a group such as the police, right? Not all police officers are bad, right? Just like not all Hispanics are bad, right? One knucklehead Hispanic isn't shouldn't ruin it for the entire batch. Just like one knucklehead police shouldn't ruin it for the entire batch. But a lot of people didn't care. A lot of politicians, a lot of you folks didn't care and voted for those idiots. And here in Phoenix, we're 500 police officers below staff, like where we should be to have to run the fifth largest city in the nation. We're 500 police officers below that because they're like, I'm I'm making $50,000 a year. People are trying to shoot me. Got my mayor and my politicians trying to run me out of town, telling me I don't matter. So I'm gonna retire early, right? And people aren't applying for the job, and so they're understaffed, underpaid because of politics. So that's one of the ones that I like to point out. But there's a lot of other reasons why they don't arrest them, Christine. So good question. I'm getting a lot of questions. I can't get to all of them. Christine Brown, we need the police. Yes, I'm a big supporter of the military and I'm a big supporter of the police. Christine Brown, I believe that 100%. I don't always agree with the military. I don't always agree with the police, right? But I respect what they do, what the police do, because while some people work at McDonald's and they're trying to provide for the family, your life isn't at risk every single day, every second that you're on the shift. People aren't trying to shoot you. So, but yeah, we definitely need police, and we should be more respectful to them, and stop voting for idiot politicians. World is yours. Thank you very much. Don't do drugs. Just say no works. So a lot of people, it got kind of upsets me when people mock the war on drugs is a failure, right? The just say no policy didn't work. The Dare program didn't work, right? So let me just tell you that most Americans, there's 350 million Americans in the United States of America, right? So most Americans have never done drugs, right? Most Americans just said no, like me. The Dare program worked for me, right? The war on drugs has been beneficial for me and millions, most Americans, right? So, so that's a fallacy, and most people will run with it, and that's awesome. You do it. Marty Marr said, I just said that my son suffers from mental illness and addiction. He won't take his prescribed meds, which work. He says that meth makes him feel normal, breaks my heart. He's on the streets. Marty Marr, keep your head up. Prayers for your son. Uh, your son has to do his part too, right? And he's choosing that lifestyle. There's medication for it, but he's choosing that. So at what point should the government, should the state, should the county, should the city um, apprehend him, house him, right, and to force him to get treatment? At what point, right? There's a slippery slope there, right? In a free nation like America, at what point should the nation get involved, the government get involved to care for your son? It's tough. Dida's world, and when things go down, everyone calls the police, including those politicians, right? Those politicians like Alexandria, occasionally Cortex, she's surrounded by armed guards, right? She wants to abolish the Second Amendment, but all of her bodyguards have guns, right? She doesn't support the wall at the southern border, but guess what? She has a wall protecting her home from deviants and people who try to get in, right? The hypocrisy is super thick. Dirt Star Master, arch conservative just like me, America first. Thank you, Dirt Star Master. My I believe in American values, right? That's what I believe in, and I can understand points on both sides, but some points are just ridiculous, a little bit more ridiculous than others. So sad. What do you do? Helena Yazi, hello. Helena, I love my Tumblr. I really do. I love my Tumblr. It's always here. So this is my workspace. This is where I work from for work, and so I'll be sipping on my water to stay hydrated, right? Because it's getting hot. So Helena Yazi, get your guys' Tumblr. This is awesome. These aren't stickers. I don't know how they did this. What's it called? But these aren't stickers, right? So I love it. 602, Lost in Phoenix, prevention through awareness, and then art. Don't drink from this one because this is for art. So get yours from Helena Yazi. I appreciate you, Helena. You're awesome. Martha Morgan, I thank God for my grandparents who stepped up and raised me when my parents could not or would not. They were the greatest generation, truly. Martha Morgan, in the Hispanic community, a lot of times uh, parents fail, right? 50% of Hispanic households do not have a father present at all. There's like no father. Somehow the child was created, the father was present at the creation of the child, but ever since then, there's no father basically, right? So that's when the grandparents in the Hispanic community step in, right? Okay, already raised my children, but at the age of 50, 60, 70, I have to step in and raise my grandchildren because my daughter is having a tough time, her addiction, her inability to work, and she chose an idiot that just impregnated her, once, twice, three, four, five times, and just abandoned the family. And so we got to step in, got to roll our sleeves and postpone retirement because we got to save these children. I see that happen in the Hispanic community tremendously, right? So I think as communities we need to be more accountable, more responsible. Do just sounds like I'm preaching. I'm really not, but it's just what I see. It's what I see out here, right? It has a direct correlation with what's going on in society right now with these youngsters, right? Why are 17-year-olds out there? Why are 15-year-old kids out there on the streets? Because of what I just said, because of what I just explained. Just run it back, right? These kids are telling me that. I ask them, right? So no father, no mom. Yeah, my mom's at home, but I don't have a dad. I haven't seen my dad since I was 5 years old. And so, yeah, that's our government finances that. Jeffro, hello. Dita's World. Hola, hola, Pepsi Cola. Helena Yazi, you're so very welcome, Art. The hubby and I are definitely wanted to give you a tumbler. We're so happy you love it. Absolutely do love it. Thank you for your generosity, thinking of me. I appreciate you. Okay, we support each other. Christine Brown says it's not just the Hispanic community or the Black. It seems to come from income levels. I am white, and all the other low income white people I grew up with never had a father. So there's a direct correlation, right? So yeah, you're right. I'm just speaking on what I know, like the Hispanic community, and statistically, I know that 50% of Hispanic households today in America, there no father exists mysteriously because the government finances the raising of a child nowadays, right? Which is really bad. 70% of Black households do not have a father, like at all, right? At all. They just, somehow the child was created, but not, there's no dad at all to speak of. So, but that's okay because the government is going to bail out and raise those kids. And so that's bad because you just have perpetual cycle of crime and no graduating high school, no morals, no decency, and everybody wants to be a rapper or a basketball player, but there's no plan, there's no goals, and don't get me started. But a lot of this stuff, I'm telling you this right not because I'm preaching, but because these kids tell me on the street, right? Because I'm the one talking to 15-year-olds and 16-year-olds and 17-year-olds. 3 days ago, I saw a 16-year-old out there. Like, what are you doing? Yeah, I've been doing blues for the past 16. So I interviewed an 18-year-old. Okay. I met a 16-year-old. He didn't want to talk because, yeah, my family knows that I'm doing blues, but I just don't want my face out there, right? 16 years old, little short kid, and it's sad. And so I bring this up, right? Fatherless households, because it's a direct correlation. It's very few of them that say, "Oh yeah, I have a dad." It's very few of them say that I was raised in a two-parent household. Very few of them. Lynn Hill, hello. Lisa Miranda, God bless you. Thank you. Marcia Ordro, she's in France. And Marcia became a super fan. So Marcia is going to be a moderator. Thank you, Marcia, for becoming a super fan. You are now a moderator. So you can help, if you can help moderate some of these folks, uh, that'd be awesome. Appreciate you. Oh, old family values should be taught at school ASAP. Um, I remember when I was a kid, we used to say the Pledge of Allegiance when I was a kid, but apparently a lot of schools don't because there's God in there, right? So we took out God right? But we teach sexuality to kindergartners, right? We're removing books, we're removing statues because they offend people. But we don't want to talk about family values, right? We want to talk about marriage and a mom and a dad. They don't want to talk about that. It's going to offend people, right? So if I had little kids right now, I would remove them from the public school system because it's the ideology is just an indoctrination. It's not teach. When I was young, I was being taught math, science, grammar, right, reading, all that, the basics, right, to shape my mind. Now they're not teaching them. Not in all schools, obviously, right, but there's a big indoctrination that's happening. So it's really sad. David Calderon, if you are wise, you are wise for yourself. For if you fail, you alone will suffer. Proverbs 9:12. Say no to drugs. Stop the blame on your parents, circumstances, people. Take charge of your life. Good night. David, thank you very much. I appreciate you. That's a great quote, and I agree with that 100%. Let's be accountable. Let's not blame this and that. But definitely, there are forces at play that do have an influence on how lives are shaped and formed. David Calderon, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Stay safe out there. Hopefully, I see you soon. Haven't seen you in a long time. Marcia, I am so blessed to have had a wonderful father who was a World War II veteran, who was in the Air Force from California to Saipan missions. His values are with me forever. Marcia, you're lucky indeed. Um, that's awesome. Part of the greatest generation, right? People that sacrificed their lives. There's people that were fought for freedom. They're buried all on all continents. And of the world, fighting for freedom, the freedom that we enjoy today, and the freedom that is unfortunately that's squandered by our politicians nowadays and our young people that just don't appreciate. They got to be in their safe space and they don't want to be offended, and it's just ridiculous. So, Marcia, your father is a hero. That generation is a hero to me. The people nowadays, not not a lot of heroes today from these young people. So, really sad. When I was a kid in the, listening to music in the 80s and the 90s as a kid, that's when like heavy rap started. And I listened to it, but I didn't let it infiltrate my brain. Like I could tell, I can separate fiction from reality. I could listen to, NWA or Easy E, and it didn't make me want to be a gangster or a rapper or call women, negative, defamatory names or live that lifestyle, right? I liked the music; it was cool, but it didn't want to transform me into somebody that I was not, right? So, but unfortunately, there are people, a lot of people that can't tell the difference. They're inspired to live that way, to they're motivated to live that way, right? To and and we all know that that's not the way to raise decent men, right? You can't speak derogatory about women. Women are beautiful. Women are mothers. Women are worth more. Are should be valued, and 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 unfortunately, these rappers, even nowadays, they still, and but again, that's just music. And you got Hollywood, which they're like Holly weird, and it's just a lot of hypocrisy I see in Hollywood and athletes and music. A lot of hypocrisy. They should be ashamed of themselves, but they're not. Jamie says, "Right, Art. I loved and appreciated '90s rap and hip hop, but I had no desire to actually live that lifestyle." Yeah, like to me, like I don't want to live like that. Like I can't wear my clothes like that forever, right? I can't wear, I can't live like that forever, right? I can't. I wouldn't be able to live like I never did, but I wouldn't be able to live like that forever. It's cool if people want to live a lifestyle like that, like cholos. That's cool. Just be a productive cholo, right? Right? Just have work, go make money. Don't just be productive. Don't be violent. Don't hurt people. Don't rob people. Don't right. And so I've seen productive cholos, right? That's cool. They like low riders and all that. That's cool, right? Just be productive member of society. And I've seen a lot that are right. And some people are affected, influenced by that stuff more than others. It's just interesting. That's just the human psyche, human psychology, I guess. So the wellness be parents, it's your tax dollars at work in these school districts. Show up, get involved. You are responsible for vetting those elected on school boards. You have a choice more than you know. I agree 100%. That's why I would make a choice by removing my children out of the public school system and putting them in a charter school or a private school. Or last resort, I would do teach them at home. What's that called when you homeschool them, right? But the public system now, because the mandates from the federal government, right, the Department of Education, it's all an ideology that doesn't isn't supportive. It's very divisive of our society, divides our society by skin color, by a lot of isms. And again, they've moved away from the basics, science, math, reading, all that stuff, and added all this nonsense. So Juliana Sanchez, most rap music these days sounds like they try so hard to be hard. I think back in the day, it was real from the heart and real life. I don't listen to rap nowadays. I can't tell you who was a rapper. I haven't listened to rap in about man like 20 years. I don't listen to rap. I don't listen to rap. Just like I haven't watched a football game, National Football League. I haven't watched a football game since 6 years. So when they started taking a knee, I stopped watching football. Soon as football became uh, political, I'm out. Same thing with the NBA. I'm out. Um, um, just focus on what you're supposed to do. So I can entertain me. Right? Football's supposed to be entertaining, not political. Don't give me your messages on there, your little subliminal messages. Right? So I've never been a follower. I've always been very independent and kind of my own thoughts, my own logic. I see reality. I don't get influenced by what a news station is saying or what a person is saying. Are you telling me the truth or are you full of crap? Right? Are you pissing down my back and telling me it's raining? Right? So um, you know, a lot of politicians aren't on the up and up. They hold the party line. So it's really bad, 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 bad. Philip Castro, cool last name. I'm so blessed and glad that none of this is going on in the elementary school that I am employed at. So if that's the case, Philip, you're at a great district. Don't move from there because that's not the same thing at a lot of other schools across the nation, unfortunately, right? So it just kind of depends on the philosophy of the the board of education in your district and your county and your however you guys run your educational system locally. It's pretty sad what's going on in some places. Juliana Sanchez says, "Art, just believe me, it's junk nowadays. A lot of things are junk, Juliana. I don't I bet." Frey Prez hit the workforce. DDoS world, they don't have to talk about God if they don't want to, but they do. They could teach morals and values for our kids. I believe that. Let's teach kids about morals and values and how to make money, how to build your credit, how to buy a home, like basics, right, of how to live and how to survive. But instead, we're teaching kids about just nonsense. Unfortunately, it's really sad. It's really sad. It's not a laughing matter, but it's the weirdest thing. It's like the opposite of what we should be doing is what we're doing. So very concerning. Dirt Star Master, these shootings are happening from the lack of family unit and lack of purpose from their job. Yeah, these shootings are disgusting, right? If you're obviously there's mental illness, and that, again, remember I was talking at the beginning, mentally ill people are hurting other people, going into schools and hurting. And I don't understand, but obviously they're mentally ill. So how do we help those mentally ill people? I don't know. Dogs has arrived. Punk's not dead. Hello, I'm from Southern California, Riverside. I really love what you do, this channel. Thank you, Punk's not dead. I was in Riverside. What was it, last month? I was in Riverside when you guys had like the rain, the storm of the century. It was raining cats and dogs. So yeah, Riverside. The the little limited time I was there was like your downtown, like very. It's beautiful because they're older buildings. I have an appreciation for older architecture, more so than newer buildings. Ruby Renova, thank you for joining. I appreciate you. Respect and basic skills have gotten neglected to teach both in home and at school. Very sad. I agree with you, Shorty. Uh, we don't teach respect. We don't teach basic skills. I don't know what they're teaching at school. I don't get it. Stars are good. I graduated from a Canadian high school in 1976. I was 2 years old. We had courses about basic life skills and tasks. My son also had it taught in the late 90s. At this point, it is required education. And I never, I think we had a class called home ec, right? Home economics, but they taught you that was like cooking stuff, right? How to cook. uh, I don't really remember a whole lot of, you know, credit score and how to buy a home and how to be fiscally responsible and how to fill out a resume, how to apply for a job. Unfortunately, there wasn't a lot of guidance for okay, college. Here's the difference between college and a university and a vocational 2-year vocational. there wasn't a lot of that, unfortunately, right? And so I don't know. Punk's not dead. I just started watching your channel out of nowhere. I have to tell you that my son died in the streets of Moreno Valley, California in 2019. So I really admire your work. Punk's not dead. My condolences for the loss of your son that passed away, several years ago. Condolences for the loss of your son, and honor your. I'm sure you honor your son's memory by um, thinking of him daily, and making sure that his life wasn't in vain, right? That it, I'm not sure how, right? Was there addiction? Was he a victim of violence? But yeah, this is everywhere. Your story of your son is happens here in Phoenix, happens in other cities in California, other cities here in Arizona. I know because I interview these people, and a week later they're no longer among us, right? Because of overdoses or violence or jail, or it's a mess. Professional truck driver, thank you. I appreciate you. So there's 120 people in here. I can guarantee you that there's 60 of you that are not subscribed, because that's what the statistics tell me, right? Half of you are not subscribed. So go hit that subscribe button because it's free, right? And then a lot of names that I've never seen before. So you guys are in here because you guys are telling me that the channel is cool. You believe in the message. So take it a step further by clicking on subscribe, because what that does is the YouTube algorithm pushes these videos out more, and maybe a young 15-year-old at home, right, needs to watch these videos to be influenced to not do drugs, to just say no, to stay away from those bad influences, right, to not join a gang. So and these videos are designed. The purpose of my channel is prevention through awareness. The whole purpose of me doing this is hearing stories from the streets so that your children, your family, your coworkers, your friends at church, right? Your brothers and sisters at church can watch these videos and show them to somebody that needs to watch it, so that these stories can influence them, right? Here's the reality, right? Here's the glamorous streets that our rappers talk about, right? So don't do drugs. Just say no. So make sure you do that. It's free and educational. Absolutely. Monique Hernandez, I'm subscribe addicted. Watching your videos. That's a good addiction, Monique. I approve of that addiction you got, Monique. There's no cure for it. Professional truck driver, you're doing great job, brother. I appreciate it. Thank you, professional truck driver. Stay safe out there. The roads are scary. That's one profession I appreciate and I admire, because if we don't have professional truck drivers, like my friend David Calderon, he's a professional truck driver and also professional truck driver here. Um, but there's a commenter, a subscriber. His name is David Calderon. He's a truck driver, and without truck drivers, our groceries don't get delivered to the store. Without truck drivers, gas isn't delivered to gas stations, right? Uh, One way to stop our country is for truck drivers to say, you know what, we're not going to go to work for a week. Our country would just stop overnight. But because you guys get up every single day, a lot of you guys uh, work 24/7, just work, 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 work. We get what we need. So thank you, all the truck drivers out there. Appreciate you guys. Yadi Guzman, my mom loves you and your channel ever since I got her into it. We sit down and watch you together. She also says you look great for your age. Is your mom single, Yadi Guzman? I'm just kidding. But that's awesome, Yadi Guzman. That is really, I think that's really cool. Um, these videos should be watched by families so you guys can have conversations, right? Show these videos to your families, your loved ones, your parents, your siblings, your children, and ask them questions. Have you guys ever heard of fentanyl? You guys ever heard of blues? Anybody ever offer you drugs? Have those conversations, right? It's better if you have those conversations than their friends out in the street, right? So, Yadi Guzman, I know a lot of people do have these conversations, and shout out to your mom. I appreciate you guys talking and watching, and thank you for getting your mom hooked on these uh, on these videos. You're awesome, Yadi. Punk's not dead. I really like the way you talk to your homeless population. I have been a social worker for 30 years, and my husband is a counselor for the Native American youth. We still could not save our son. Um, well, thank you, Punk's Not Dead. Continue to do your job. Don't give up hope. Honor your son's memory, and go out there and continue to inspire, motivate, and protect other people that are in harm's way. Daniel from Texas, I got my mom to watch some of your videos also. Cool. You guys are getting your moms involved. Awesome. Paola Montes says, dang, Art, you have a lot of fangirls on here. Um, I don't think so. I think a lot of people just appreciate kind of this channel. I think there's a lot of appreciation for trying to do the right thing and trying to assist people as best as possible, right? So I think that is the biggest win, right? I love it. I was 12 years old when I was offered cocaine. We're going to go to school. I went to my friend's house to go on the way to school. We went into his house for some reason, and his older brother, he was like 2, 3 years older than us, he pulled out a wad like that, a white bag. It was powdery, right? Pulled it out of his pocket, and he said, "Do you want some?" Right? I said, "What is it?" And he said, "Cocaine." I said, "Nope, not interested." Right? What I've heard of that is just say no. Don't do drugs. Drugs will ruin your life. Drugs are against the law. Eh, And me, 12 years old, I was like, what's the upside? Why would I say yes? If everybody and everything is telling me to say no, why would I say yes? I wasn't curious like that, right? I was respectful, and I always thought about my mom. Like my mom wouldn't appreciate me doing that. So even at 12 years old, right? And so unfortunately, there are other 12-year-olds that it doesn't click. They say, okay, all right, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna be cool, right? Got this older kid that's interested in me, right? Wants to, I'm gonna prove that I'm cool, right? Yeah, I'm only 12, but I wish I was 15. I wish I was 18. So this is a good way to show that I'm cool, right? Let me try it. What do you do? There's kids that can't tell the difference. So Punk's not dead. Yes, I have had to help. I have had to help many, many people caring, loving, just like this channel. Love it. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. You're doing the same thing I'm doing. just obviously in a little different way, right? You're a professional, right? You have certificates, you have degrees, you've studied this, you've been doing this for 30 years. I've been doing this for 2.5 years, right? And it's affected my family. I've had addiction in my family. I've seen it, right? We often forget that the person that I interviewed today, the video you saw today, they have a mother and a father, sometimes a father, definitely a mother, right? Siblings, children, grandparents, right? Uh, it's not just that addict, right? Addiction affects the family, affects the family tree, affects our society, affects our schools. Our law enforcement is drowning in cases. Our court cases are full. The dockets are full because of the issues that arise from the crime and the neglect. And so a lot of people say, "Oh, I don't need to watch that channel. I've never done drugs. My kids are never going to do drugs. I haven't had addiction in my family. It's not affecting me." But oh, how wrong they are, because addiction does affect them indirectly, but it affects them. They're too proud to see it. Shorty says, "Art, my mom still won't sit through a whole video. It breaks her heart." Yeah, I've heard that from a lot of people. I have coworkers that say, "I can't watch your channel. I support you and I like your mission, right? And I'll help in any way. I just can't watch those videos because it breaks my heart. I start crying and get sad." And so what I say to that, my rebuttal is, I don't want you to be sad, but we can't stick our head in the sand and pretend it's not there, right? We can't close our eyes and go like this. No, 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 no. Don't tell me. I don't want to see it. I don't want to know. Because it's all around us. We just drive down the street and we see it. Right. So we're either gonna be part of the solution or part of the problem. You pick. Priscilla Kirchhoff. I think I pronounced it right. Kirchhoff. Kirchhoff. Dan Bremer, I have addicts in my family and they ruin everything. Yeah, addiction ruins a lot of things, relationships, friendships, ruins a lot of burnt bridges. That's absolutely Priscilla Kirchhoff. I thought I had it right. Simple man, thanks for all the content and for all that you do for the lost souls of Phoenix. Thank you, simple man. Appreciate you. Daniel from Texas says, "My mom saw the video where Miggs wouldn't move his arm off of Carla and she cracked up when you asked if he was glued." Yeah, that upset me a little bit. Usually he like listens to me, he like respectful of me. And so I'm like, dude, like read the letter, like get your arm, like that kind of because he wasn't listening. He was being stubborn, right? He was being stubborn for some reasons. He was irritated. I don't think he was irritated at me because I was talking fine to him. It's just in that time, he was just I don't know if he was irritated at Carla or what happened, but I don't know. Priscilla Kirchhoff. Shorty is my sister-in-law. Shorty is a cool sister-in-law. Priscilla, keep her in your family. Hector Pina, hello. Just me. Where is Phoebe? Phoebe's asleep. Uh, Phoebe's asleep. Where I should be very soon. It's 10:30. It's so insane. Time when I get talking to you guys, time goes like that to me. It's insane. It's nuts. Priscilla, 11 years strong, going strong for your relationship with Shorty. That's awesome. She's not going nowhere, huh? Paola, I am from Tucson and went to school in Tucson from kinder to high school, specifically South Tucson, aka the ghetto. I was never offered drugs, and if I would have, was pretty educated on saying no and being something. So that's awesome, Paola Montes. Great job being good, right? And you're just saying no. Um, if you say yes, it's not that you're a bad person. You just, you made a wrong decision. You made a wrong choice. I made a lot of wrong choices, right? But I'm able to redeem. There's some choices you're able to make up for. You get a second chance. With these pills, they're so powerful, so potent that sometimes you don't get a second chance. So it's just different. It's just different nowadays. Cherie Talo, 1:30 in the East Coast. Man, you guys are up with me. That's funny. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. Paola Montes, cautious. I also think it has a lot to do with your parents teaching you and having those talks with you. Paola Montes, did you have a father raising you, helping raise you? Try working in a loony house. Maribel Torres, do you work in a loony house? Jamie, random question. Art, do you have a dimple on one or both sides of your cheeks? Also wish I had dimples. I don't think I have dimples. That's funny. Renee, Art should be our mayor here in Phoenix. He seems to care and could clean Phoenix. Thank you for caring for our community. I could never be a politician because a politician you can't be honest, right? Because you can't offend people, right? And so that's one of the many things that's wrong with our society is we're scared of offending this group or that group or this group, right? It's okay to be offended, right? Words aren't violent, right? Words aren't violent. It's okay to offend, not agree with everything, right? Every initiative under the sun, right? It's okay. Be yourself, be your authentic self. Politicians say that, but they're not authentic. There's no one politician that's authentic, right? You name a name of a politician, and I'll tell you all of their flaws, right? Because I've been studying politics since the 90s. I've been studying politics since Bill Clinton. I was a big Bill Clinton fan when I was a kid in high school. Big fan. And then I found out about his liaisons with other women outside of marriage and how the media hides, what certain politicians do and how they expose how other politicians on the other aisle do, right? What they do. And when he went like this, when he said, I remember he said, he had a press conference with America, right? He said Monica Lewinsky was accusing him of doing some, things that he shouldn't be doing. Monica Lewinsky was an intern, right? She was what 20 years old, and this dude's like 50 years old, married, right? And with kids. And so he looked in the microphone. And he said, I have never done these things with Monica Lewinsky. He pointed his finger, right? America, basically, I'm honest. I'm not lying. Guess what? He was dishonest. He was lying. So shame on him. Shame on the media that protects idiots like that. Um, so so yeah, I've been ever since then. I've been studying politics because I felt offended. Like, how's this fool gonna get up on TV in front of the whole nation and just lie to people? Ever since then, I've been studying politics, right? I've been going back to the history of both parties and politics and politicians, and most politicians are disgusting. Yeah, that's exactly what she. I have never had sex with that woman, Monica Lewinsky. So yeah, man, shame on that dude. Laura Lala's Life 1982. Hello, Art. Have a good work week. Have some cheese curds. Yes. I don't need a whole lot of cheese because um what is his name? Ed Gein, Jeffrey Dahmer. They were big fans of cheese. Both guys are from Wisconsin and they're big cheese fans. Cheese curds were like their favorite. So um, I'm gonna stay away from cheese curds. Erica Green, I finally got to watch a live in time. Art, hey Art, thanks for all you do. You're an amazing man and handsome. Erica, thank you very much. I appreciate you. I'm gonna let my mom know. Albert Fish. He was from Wisconsin? Interesting. I've never had relations with that woman. You're right. Relations with that woman, Monica Lewinsky. I saw a picture of Monica Lewinsky recently. Like she's like pretty. Like I don't know what her situation is nowadays, but she's like a very attractive woman. I think she's like 50 some years old. Shorty, good night. Y'all stay up, stay blessed, stay groovy, and thank you for all your prayers and support. Shorty, thinking about you, praying for you. You're awesome. You're amazing. You're a big, you're an intricate part of Lost in Phoenix, and I appreciate your partnership. You're awesome. Cancel Bill Gates. So look at the. I'm pointing out another hypocrisy, right? You guys say a name, I'll point out the hypocrisy. Bill Gates. So, uh, uh, to him, he's a big the oh my gosh, he is a big proponent of basically the world's going to end, right? Climate change, right? And we need to reduce our carbon footprint or else we won't be around in another 20 years because the world is just going to end, right? Oh, by the way, he owns his private big jet, right? He just bought for I don't know how many hundreds of millions of dollars, right? And they asked him about that. Like, dude, you fly everywhere you go. You fly in your private jet. Why don't you fly commercial like everybody else to save some of the carbon footprint? And he said, well, I have to fly on my personal jet, my personal plane because I have to get here at a certain time. The hypocrisy is thick, right? Like, who the hell is Bill Gates? Like, dude, you you're a computers dude. What do you know about, and I appreciate everybody has their own opinion and whatnot, but the hypocrisy is thick, and he'd be a great politician. Good at that stuff. Patricia Romo is in Bell, California. Have you seen Macron with his grandma wife? Macron was he France, right? President of France. Macron. Macron. You should wear polo next live. Yeah, this is what I was wearing today out in the street. I went bowling today. Do you think the dollar will collapse this year? I hope not. I hope the dollar never collapses, right? Because I hope it never collapses, but I hope there's no collapse. Collapse is really bad. Collapse is bad, bad, bad. So I hope that our politicians can figure it out soon. J Love, hello. Thank you for making it to the live. Appreciate you. Whatever Bill Gates says, do the opposite. I say that about a lot of politicians. Alexandria, occasionally Cortex. Whatever she says, do the opposite. Right? Otto Haas, I watched an interview where a homeless man recognized Bill Gates and asked for help. He handed him $1 and walked in the restaurant. That's funny. Yeah, I I believe that story. True. Brenda, I love the name you gave AOC. That lady is just a nightmare, man. That's what's problem. That's the problem with today's politicians, right? And the bad thing is that she's young and she's gonna be around in the, my friends in New York, right? For some reason, in that district, think she's amazing, and she's not. She's really not. Man, I don't know what I'm gonna eat. I'm getting hungry though. You guys, give me some ideas. Talking to you guys gets me hungry. Cutie Pie ate barbecue today. Awesome. Global warming. Marsha, we have a lot of unrest here in France with the president of France. No one likes him. We call him the little king. Um, Macron, Paola Montes. All right, who's your celebrity crush? Random question. Man, that's a really good question. A random crush. Celebrity crush. I really don't have celebrity crushes now, but when I was younger, uh, man, I liked a lot. What's her name? Pretty Woman, Julia Roberts, right? Um, who else? That girl, the girl in the movie, the Last American Virgin. I don't know her name, but she was amazing. Who else? I never really liked Jennifer Aniston. Hmm. Julia Roberts from Pretty Woman. Some of you guys are talking about actresses, and some of you guys talking about food. Let's talk about actresses and food at the same time while I'm eating food. Nicole Kidman. Nicole Kidman. She's from where? Australia, right? She was married to the knucklehead. What's his name? Uh, Nicole Kidman was married to that dude, Tom Cruise. Yeah. Alyssa Milano is 2 years and 4 days older than me. She was pretty back in the day. Her politics now, she's like way very deranged. Salma Hayek has the best personality, funny and beautiful. Salma Hayek, yeah, she is beautiful, right? Yeah, she's always been attractive. Like she's always has that very like a very curvy body is what I remember. Penelope Cruz, I've never really been attracted to I think she's pretty, but I don't like I don't know, something about her I don't like. On a I'm not really attracted to Penelope Cruz. Let's put it that way. La India Maria, oh hell no, nah. Punk's not dead. Huh? I am 48. I'll be 49 in December. Angelina Jolie. I've never liked Angelina Jolie. I've never liked her. The Kardashians, I don't like them at all. Like no interest in them. Don't like them. Don't like how they live. Don't like what they say. Don't like what they stand for. Uh, Uma Thurman, she's cool. Um, yeah, she's cool. There's that other one. What was that lady that looks like Uma Thurman a little bit, but she was the queen of she was Queen Elizabeth. What's her name? Man, I forgot. I always forget the names. 48 years old. Yep. J Lo. I've never liked J Lo ever in my life. Uh, have you seen Autumn? I have not seen. I have not seen Autumn. Beyonce. I'm not attracted. I don't find her attractive at all. Art, you look so much younger. I don't smoke. I don't do drugs. I don't really stay up. Only when I talk to you guys here. I don't party. Um, I don't eat the best, but I don't eat the worst either. So I think stuff like that keeps me young a little bit. Plus, the lighting is good, right? You guys gonna see all the imperfections. So I'm very imperfect. I'm the most imperfect person I know in the entire world. So, but thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. I shower on a regular basis. How about Selena? I thought Selena was she was very curvy. I always thought that she put on too much makeup. She didn't need to, but I think she put it on because she was self conscious about her face. I love how talented she was. She had a big heart, very caring for her family and her community. She was taken way too young by a mentally deranged uh, person. Shakira, I saw Shakira. I went to a concert in the '90s. Believe it or not, in the '90s, with Shakira. She came to Phoenix. She was like 4 foot nothing. She was barefoot dancing on the stage, but she was little and curvy. Is what I remember. Jenny Rivera. Oh no, I don't. I don't like. That's the opposite of the type of girl I would date. I would never date a Jenny Rivera or a J Lo. Because all those names like Kardashians. Uh, to me, they're not attractive. Well, they're attractive, but their personalities and the way they've lived their lives, like it's just nah. I stay away from people like that. Anything for Salinas. It was a nice concert. We weren't too far back and not too close. We are kind of in the middle, and I can see her like dancing and stuff like that. And I forget who I went with though. I don't know who I went with. Mila Kunis. I don't remember who that is. I think she's an actress, right? Dark haired girl. Um, Not really attracted to her, I guess. Salma Hayek. Yep. What about Taylor Swift? Um, she seems very decent, right? So I think decent people have bigger hearts, and they don't put themselves in front of everybody else, right? Where people like J Lo would, uh, people like Kardashians, they do. Taylor Swift seems more authentic, more honest, and like a good person. Yes, I do. Lola la trailera. That's funny. Selena Gomez. Brooke Shields. Yeah, Brooke Shields was attractive when she was younger. You know who I saw recently is gorgeous. She's 70 some years old. Linda Carter, the original Wonder Woman. She's a beautiful. She's from Phoenix. She went to high school here, Arcadia High School. Linda Carter. She's half Irish, half Mexican. Her mom was named Guadalupe, and her dad was Irish, tall Irish guy, and she's half Mexican, half Hispanic. So Jessica Alba. No, I remember hearing stories about Jessica Alba. She's very liberal, very promiscuous. Nancy Pelosi. Oh my goodness. Hillary Clinton. That's funny. Punk's not dead. Anyway, thank you, Art. We'll be in touch. Gotta go. My husband is getting jealous. Oh man, tell him he'll be fine. Tell him he'll be okay. Thanks, Punk's not dead. Appreciate you logging in. And yeah, please reach out. You're awesome. What about Jessica Alba? Nope, no interest on Jessica. Rita Ora, I don't know who that is. Jenny Ortega, I don't know who that is. Azalea Banks, I don't know who that is. Gal Gadot, so that's the new Wonder Woman, right? I think she's what from Israel. I think she's from Israel, right? Or she's from somewhere. Uh, I don't really, haven't really read about her too much, but she seems cool. Marsha Orderot, Brad Pitt has property near me. Yeah, those Hollywood people have properties everywhere. I remember reading that Brad Pitt was a waiter in Florida, and he drove his old little car all the way from Florida across country to go to Hollywood to be discovered there. So I wish they stayed humble. I wish they would remember their roots. They came from nothing, but they unfortunately Hollywood and music and all that it inflates their ego, and they forget their humble beginnings. So Alexandria Mena, Linda Carter is a far cousin of mine. Awesome. Rihanna, I'm not attracted to Rihanna. I don't think she always reminded me of like a bug. Like her face is like a bug. I don't know what bug, but it's just like a bug. Cutie Pie, Linda Carter is my cousin. Damn, it's that Mexican side, right? Mexicans, we're all related. What was it? I forgot what comedian said. The theory. What's the name? Albert Einstein. He had the theory of relativity. His theory is that all Mexicans were related, right? Relativity, get it? So, yeah, Rihanna looks like a bug to me. Like I don't find her attractive. I don't know why people. I mean, we all have different opinions and thoughts, and how people if they're attractive or not. I've always thought she looked like a bug. I don't know what bug, but she just looked odd. She looks odd to me. How's your sushi? I tore up my sushi. It was so good. But the problem with sushi and seafood in general is that it's like salad. Like, you eat the salad and it fills you up, but it's like a brief high. You need to eat again. That's the problem with with salads and sushi and like fish type stuff, right? So the wellness beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right? I behold these eyes, and my range of beauty is like this. Cassandra Zamudio, I do not. Brenda, sushi is my favorite food. Sushi is good. It keeps you thin. That's what I've learned. J Love, a lot of these celebrities are overrated. Great majority um, of these celebrities are overrated. The great majority. I haven't watched I remember I used to watch the Oscars, right? I used to watch the Oscars when I was younger, but then I grew up, I matured, and I like these guys make the Oscars basically a celebration to pat themselves on the back, right? I don't get to vote. I don't get to say anything. So I stopped by. I haven't watched the Oscars in like 10 years because I don't care. I don't these people don't know I exist. So why should I, lift up their ego even more? So Madonna. Madonna, I remember, so I was a little kid back in 84, 85, 86 when like she started, or at least I started hearing her back then, right? And she's always been just like different, like far out. I'm more like into like, like a normal um, singer, like a true singer, not like a show person, right? Like Whitney Houston, she was very classy. She had a great voice and she was classy, right? Yeah, she was addicted to drugs. She was addicted, but she seemed like a classy musician, right? Um, and Madonna has there's nothing about Madonna that's ever been classy. Celine Dion, like she's classy, right? That's a classy, great voice, great singer, great heart. She sings with passion and a lot of class. Marilyn Monroe, she was neither a great actress or I think she was the Kardashian of the 50s, right? 50s, 60s. She was the Kardashian of that era. All looks, no talent. She couldn't act. She couldn't sing. She, she had a really rough life if you looked into her autobiography. But her looking into her history, her biography, basically. But it's really sad how she ended up losing her life. And yeah, Tina Turner, she was a great. I think she was a great. Definitely not attractive, right? But at least to me, but she was a great entertainer. She sang with passion. Not the best voice, obviously, but she was a good entertainer. A lot of passion. I remember watching her videos. Just a lot of passion in the way um her life was sad too. The way she had to put up with her husband of domestic violence for years, decades. Sad. Lucille Ball, uh, yeah, she was I think she paved the way for female comedians. She paved the way, right? She couldn't sing, she couldn't act, but she was a comedian. I remember watching her show at a young age. She seems like a really nice lady, Lucille Ball, and I don't know much about her after that. Jessica Alba, nope, do not like Jessica Alba. Rachel McAdams, she's attractive. She's okay. She's a better actress. She's a good actress. Are you drinking Bud Light? No, I have. I don't drink Bud Light. Audrey Hepburn. She was very classy. Uh, she was a great actress. Audrey Hepburn, great actress. I remember seeing her movies, black and white movies. God, what was the name of it? The one where she's in Europe. You guys have to watch her movies. Really great person. Yeah, I remember seeing her in her latter days when she was older. She had that little nerve thing with her neck stuff. So sad. Uh, Michael Obama, Michelle Obama. Yeah, to me, she looks like a man. Just to me personally, Michelle Obama looks like a man. Um, I think uh, I think she's the man in the family. She's obviously bigger and stronger than Barack Obama. Um, um, I don't agree with her politics, but God bless him. What was the name of the Breakfast Club? Molly Ringwald. I really had a crush on Molly Ringwald. I thought she was beautiful. She still looks good today. But yeah, I think I definitely had a crush on her when I was a young kid, right? Going into my teens. Molly Ringwald. Eric Bickle. Any updates with the guy who spoke to the Marine recruiter? Shoot, the way the recruiting is going for the military, I'd have no doubt that they plucked him off the streets. But he was definitely battling addiction. He's not gonna go anywhere. Jenny Rivera, I don't not my cup of tea. I don't find nothing attractive about that lady. I think she had an okay voice, but that's about it. Joy Behard, oh my god, that lady, that lady. Ugh. Joy Behar is I had never heard of her until I saw the View, right? She's on the show The View. I had never heard of her before then. I don't think I completely disagree with everything she says. Everything. She's absolutely wrong. No update on Lulu. Do you watch The View? I do not watch The View. Only when they say stupid things and it's always on TV, right? When Whoopi Goldberg has to apologize every week because she's offending people that she doesn't agree with, right? Like the tolerant person that she supposedly is. Nasty. Julia Roberts. I love Julia Roberts. I could quote Pretty Woman. Slippery suckers, right? I don't know this fork. I don't know what this fork is. Samedi Chom, hello. Have seen baby anywhere? Alexandra Mena, a baby has disappeared. I have not seen baby in like over 6 months, I believe. Molly Ringwald is uniquely beautiful. I've always thought that. And then she had like that natural beauty. Like she doesn't need all kind of makeup. She doesn't need to sing. She doesn't need to dance. She doesn't need to be showing off this, that. She doesn't need to be, um, drawing attention to herself for the wrong reasons. She's classy. Miley Cyrus is not classy at all. She can't sing. She can't act. Um, I don't know how she's Just some people find her talented, and I don't. I never have actually. I remember her watching on a show. What was that show called on Nickelodeon? I forgot the name of the show. That was the that was her talent right there. Is that show? She was pretty good in that show, but she's really not a good actress or a singer or a dancer, performer. She's really trashy, unfortunately. Really sad. Pretty in Pink, 16 Candles, Breakfast Club, Molly Ringwald. Uh, awesome. Hannah Montana, that was a show that I watched. Yeah, Disney. Yeah, you're right. Disney. Yeah, I remember watching that. It's 11 o'clock. Holy crap. Anyways, I'm gonna go, okay, because I have to wake up early and I gotta cut my hair. I gotta do my taxes, have to pack because I'm traveling. I'm gonna go eat right now, and I have to answer a bunch of messages on here. Um, so you guys have a good night. Thank you very much for joining me for 2.5 hours. You guys are amazing. Stay safe, stay blessed. Have a good night. Rest. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you. Great conversation talking about random stuff all over the place, but that's what we do, right? Sometimes we just talk and talk and talk, and I lose track of time. It's insane. It seems like I've been talking for an hour, but it's been 2.5 hours. Oh, I was gonna run this past you guys. I want to do like a I want to do a what's that called? Like a Zoom meeting, right? A Zoom meeting you can all see each other and we can all talk to each other like on a Zoom meeting. So I'm gonna do that again. We did it one time. We had like 8 people show up. So I'm gonna do that eventually. Probably when I get back from Wisconsin, we'll do that where I'll be here. You guys, I'll get you guys all like this and on YouTube live session, and then I'll say, okay, guys, we're gonna switch to Zoom. Here's the code. Go join on Zoom. That way, we can all interact, right? We can see each other. We can talk. We can chat too, but so that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so just so you guys know. So again, have a good night. Appreciate you guys. Have a good Sunday. We'll talk very soon. I might do a live tomorrow, depending on time, because again, I'll be gone next week. So have a good night. Bye.